Hi folks, it's Peter here from Rainbow Springs Fly Fishing with another little pro tip for you. In fact, this one's not quite a pro tip. It's more of a about us and how did we get to where we are today story. And so we'll keep it short, but it'll give you a little bit of a backstory on Rainbow Springs and how it was all created. So when I bought this land in 1994, it's a flood zone, and that's why we bought it. And all we did was change the way the water went. And so up the back, there's a dam, quite a large dam, behind our training room. And it gets all the runoff out of the mountain. And if we get an inch or two of rain, it's really pouring in there. Now, we used that material when we built that dam to build our road so that we could drive in here safely. But the other benefit was this particular dam here, it started out as a natural gully and it had bulrushes in the bottom of it, which meant there was water here. We just didn't realise how good the water was. So we just had our dam builder push a wall down there and dig it up into an artificial creek up this way up here so that we can do river work. And obviously if it's windy, the wind does the same thing as current does. And so this dam here is 25 feet deep, and when we first dug it out, I came out here the next day because the house wasn't built, and it was half full of Queensland tropical blue water. And I came out the following day and it was full. It was like this with it didn't have weed beds in it, but principally the spring, which is over where that fallen tree is, where the shale bed is, filled it up like this. And it stays like this even in the middle of summertime. And all we did was adjust the head pressure of the spring to the spillway height, and hence it's like this. And this is alkaline water, which means insects grow better and faster than they do in acidic water. Now, to add to the dam that we've got up the back, we put a big sump in the spillway with pipes that lead underground that go all the way through and feed the big dam down the bottom. And down here we've got rainbows, browns, golden perch, silver perch, Australian native bass and Murray cod. And they all live happily together, obviously until the Murray cod get so big that they actually impact on the fishery. But the good thing about that is, in summertime, when the trout go a little bit slower because of water temperatures and heat, the native fish come on. So we're fishing for native fish. And then obviously as the cooler months come, the native fish slow down and we've got great trout fishing. So we've got diversity in what we do. So this dam here is our main lake. And when it's really windy, it gets whitecaps on it. And so what used to happen was that it would undermine the banks. Sure, it would produce oxygen and things, but people would be falling through the banks because they were being undermined. So we decided we'd go to and put the investment in to build this huge stone wall all the way around where the wind comes from. And this stone wall is made of recycled footpaths. So we had 50 truck and trailer loads of broken footpaths delivered here, and it took us 5 months to build it. And it now means that obviously when the wind blows, it doesn't ruin all of the grounds. And the best thing about it is there's all these little nooks and crannies that have got nymphs and damsels and all sorts of food sources in there. And so the fish come along and they pick it off the stone wall. And the beauty of the stone wall is it's only 1 metre deep, just in case someone falls in, and it's about that wide at the base to take the water pressure, but it's made a beautiful feature for habitat for fish, which makes it ideal. Hence the reason we don't have to feed fish. This is all as natural as we can make it. It's perfect. So we have an amazing aquatic environment, and the insect hatches are amazing. In warmer months, the mud-eyes go crazy and the mayfly hatches are staggering. The caddis hatches are staggering. And just to give you some idea, the mud-eye hatches, which have only just finished, they crawl out of the dam and they hatch on the stone walls of the house. Have a look over here. Empty mud-eye cases. Prime trout tucker. Over here, more prime trout tucker. More down here, more. And the mud-eyes have just finished. And have a go. There's the empty case of a mud-eye. When there's dragonflies around, go mud-eye fishing. Fantastic. Welcome to our training room. Come on in. This cabin is all made of ironbark hardwood, and as you can see, lots of memorabilia around the place. Too many flies probably. Fly tying table. I'm often tying flies here when I don't have clients to make sure we've got enough. There's a whiteboard there, obviously, so that we can put notes on. Lots of memorabilia, tea and coffee, all sorts of nice paintings and things. And in the front here, these are the fishing manuals that everybody gets when they come. It's about a 40-page manual, so you can't forget what you've been taught. Over in the corner there, there's a very precious House of Harding's fly rod in a case. We have plenty of training rods, training devices, and it just means you're in a cosy spot. And the best thing about it, people that are sitting here, as we're training them, they can watch fish rising down here, which is kind of a nice thing to do. So everything's been laid out for people as a learning environment, and it's always out of the wind because the westerly winds blow down there on the casting grounds. So we can do things in all sorts of weather. There's also examples up here of crazy flies for different things. Everything from barramundi to monster flathead, queenfish, sailfish, giant trevally, marlin, coral trout, Murray cod. So there's all sorts of different options as far as learning how to fly fish. There's lots of different courses. Look on our website, choose the one you'd like, and come and visit us at rainbowsprings.com.au, and we'll shoot you off an information pack. Bye for now.